You're hitting the bag, right? I see you hitting it. When you walk, I want you to do like this and boom, 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 boom. Let's keep for boom, 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 boom. How long you can do that? Just 1, 2, 1, 2.
Well, I don't want to hold you up, so maybe we could meet up in person again and chop it up over some food or something like that.
Okay, it'd be my pleasure, brother.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
In a surprising turn that shook the boxing world, Mike Tyson made an appearance at Gervonta Davis's camp just before his fight with Jake Paul. The moment he walked in, the atmosphere in the gym changed from focused to intense and fierce.
I do have more skills than Mike Tyson. As far as when I say I have more skills than Mike Tyson, guys smarter than at a lower weight class always have more skills. It's no heavyweight ever in life had more skills than smaller guys. So let's just take that out the picture. So when people think that I'm dissing Mike Tyson, I'm not dissing Mike Tyson for sure. It just facts is facts. You know what I mean? I do feel as though I have more skills than.
Picture this: Iron Mike, the toughest man alive, standing at ringside as Tank worked the pads. Tyson's smile said everything. He saw a younger version of himself in Davis. They even spent some time in the ring together for light training, and each punch landing on the mitts sounded like booming thunder.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. You know, he's the top dog. There's no doubt about it. He showed that, but he's a pretty good fighter. Last time I saw him fight, he was pretty.
Tyson wasn't just there for pictures. He was teaching Tank the peekaboo style, head movement, and how to hurt an opponent with timing, not just strength. Tank absorbed every lesson, completely focused, like a student learning from the ultimate master of destruction.
Kind of lead towards Davis a little because of his style of fighting, and what makes him different than most fighters that I once did is when he punches, he catapults himself in the air. And normally in the air, you're out of position, you have no leverage. But for some reason, myself and Mr. Davis, our best point is when we're leaping in the air, like being catapulted to punch up.
When the cameras went off, Tyson leaned close and said, "Don't just beat him, break his will." In that moment, it was clear this fight isn't just another match for Gervonta Davis. It's a statement of legacy, and he's stepping into the ring carrying the spirit of Iron Mike in his gloves. Man, talk about a shift in energy. One moment, Mike Tyson is handing down decades of knockout knowledge, and the next, Tank Davis is in the ring with Lamont Roach Jr., dominating anyone who thinks he's stuck in the past. And honestly, you can see why. He's not whining over spilled milk. He's making it clear the milk was stolen, repackaged, and sold on Netflix.
Rematch clause, right? We had a rematch clause. If I'm declared the winner, or if the bout was declared a draw, he has the right to exercise an immediate rematch. Guess what he did 2 weeks later after the fight? Exercised his right to the rematch. This contract was signed both ends in June. So there's an official rematch. Undercard and everything, like that shit was supposed to happen.
Lamont came in strong like, "Y'all keep saying move on, but there's a signed contract, my brother." At first he spoke calmly, but by the middle of his rant, you could feel that DMV energy rising. "No way, we're not letting this slide." Imagine preparing for a rematch, thinking you're about to get paid, and then waking up to see Tank fighting Jake Paul on Netflix. That's not just a twist, it's a full-on season finale betrayal.
Just went and took the Jake route. We had a signed contract to fight. Like, he came out and disrespected me on social media, whatever the case may be. I don't know who he think like I am or what. I'm not gonna go like that. So people saying that I've been dragging on them, talking shit and all that. If anybody noticed, I never talked about.
And let's be honest, Lamont had a point. You can't treat a rematch clause like a gym membership, then disappear when it's time to show up. He said, "Handle business the right way," and you could feel it. He's not mad about the fight itself, he's mad about the disrespect. That's what separates real fighters from social media stars. And about that rumor of Jake getting $200 million, Lamont shut that down faster than Tank lands a counter left. He's doing the math in real time. Where's the extra $150 million coming from? PayPal? You can't even argue. He's voicing what half the boxing world's been thinking. Jake Paul might bring the hype, but someone forgot to tell him this isn't a carnival ride.
Who buy the pay-per-view? So that's an extra 8 to 10 million. Where's the money disparity? If he's supposed to be making 40, 50 million, where's the big money disparity?
You don't think Jake Paul cuts a check?
Jake Paul gonna give him a check.
Yeah.
But do you think he gonna get the gate?
All right, after Lamont brought the business side, we shift to Paulie and Coach Garcia, and the mood flips from courtroom tension to ringside roast. You can hear Florida saying, "Sure, we'll take the circus." Suddenly, Jake's bending over like he's checking homework, while the press conference feels like a strange variety show. Paulie and Garcia call it exactly what it is, a show pretending to be a fight. And honestly, the optics do matter.
The exhibition, which is what I'm calling it, because it's not a fight, it's an exhibition, it's a show, and more likely we're all going to watch because it's just part of the sport, part of boxing right now, part of what we're living already. We're already living it. It's something that's happening. We might get a call also, with one of our fighters, or we might get a call to be on the undercard, stuff like that. So we have to admit that we just have to.
You can't just slap exhibition on a fight and expect hardcore boxing fans to clap politely. We want matches that actually matter. And if you think Netflix algorithms are running the show now, you're not wrong. They pick stars, not skill. That's why I'm watching this, not just for punches, but to see if Tank defends more than his wallet. He's protecting his legacy. Here's the hot take you didn't know you needed, straight from the chaos Paulie Malignaggi and Robert Garcia stirred up. These two didn't just sip tea, they spilled the whole pot. Paulie's grinning like he's watching a reality meltdown, saying Jake's fighting the brand of boxing, not the sport itself.
Younger than boxing fans, right? So that's I guess that's why it goes that way, So I assume that's what Jake Paul's fan base is, a little bit younger as well. So I guess you have to sort of bring in this circus type of vibe. I mean, for Gervonta Davis, he looked like, I don't know, he looked a little confused or out of place,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
And he thought like
a professional at an amateur event. Kind of what am I doing here? Yeah.
I mean, again, he wants to get the money and whatever. I get it,
And Garcia, he's nodding like a guy who's watched too many hype trains crash against real punches. They're both right on point. This fight is a cultural test in two directions. If Tank walks in thinking it's easy money, he hands the story straight back to the YouTubers. Boxing's best have been playing it safe. But if he goes old school, tight guard, body shots, shutting Jake down like a Wi-Fi outage, it becomes a statement. Tank proves boxing still rules the spotlight. Meanwhile, Jake either earns respect or gets a harsh reminder that views don't protect you from real punishment. Either way, Paulie and Garcia are smiling because they saw this circus coming from a mile away.
Embarrassing just to see what Tank chose to do instead of doing what a real fighter should have done. Everybody seen what happened. Everybody seen that Roach deserved to be champion. He should have given him that rematch. That fight is the one that should be happening. There's no way, to me,
And just as Paulie and Garcia finish dropping their truth bombs, bam, Adam Catterall and Gareth A. Davies show up like two professors giving boxing a reality check. Gareth called it a circus, and honestly, he's not wrong. But it's the kind of circus where the ringmaster is printing money while purists sit in the stands crying. You've got Tank Davis, a pound-for-pound destroyer, facing a YouTuber-turned-gladiator who's nearly twice his size. Sounds crazy, right? But let's be real, you'd still buy the pay-per-view. This isn't about weight classes or belts anymore. It's about who controls the show when boxing meets the algorithm. Gareth says boxing's dead in America, and maybe he's half right, but if this is the funeral, Jake Paul just bought the coffin. Tank's bringing the fireworks, and we're all showing up with popcorn.
In the United States of America, that has left a hole that the broadcasters have looked to fill, and they've done this with influencer boxing, which brings a completely different audience to the game. Every promoter and broadcaster on this planet is to blame for this situation that we are finding ourselves in right now. They've opened the door to clowns, and now we've got ourselves a circus. It is a
Adam's clearly torn, part disgusted, part entertained. It's like seeing fries served with a Michelin star steak. Wrong, but strangely impressive. I get it. We all grew up on legends like Ali, Tyson, and Pacquiao, and now we're watching a YouTuber trade punches with a world champion. But here's the thing, that's exactly why people watch. It's chaos that works. You can call it a circus, but to the new generation, it's the main event. And as long as Tank keeps delivering highlight reel moments and Jake keeps cashing in, this embarrassment might be the best marketing boxing scene in years. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul is making boxing loud again. He's turning casual fans into hardcore viewers, haters into watchers, and every old school critic into an unpaid promoter. In today's world, controversy sells faster than championship belts, and Jake knows exactly how to profit from every bit of it.
Athletic and commercial.
Right. So why is
We've
a
got
lad
the best against the best in their prime?
So why is a
That's
lad off the
athletic.
Disney Channel the best
He's
commercial?
not a lad off the Disney Channel.
Come on, he
anymore.
is.
That's a long time ago.
Come on, he's a novice
a long time
boxer.
ago.
He's a novice boxer.
He
Would
is
he
a-
win a British title?
He-
He didn't beat Tommy Fury for crying out loud. How's he going to beat this guy?
He wouldn't win a British title.
Right
I
then.
do think he's a novice boxer. He's an area level fighter. That's what I agree with. That's why I thought it was disgusting, a disgrace, and dangerous, and it still is for him.
And there you have it. From Iron Mike passing down knockout wisdom to Tank, to Roach calling out the business side, to Paulie, Garcia, and the TalkSport team digging into boxing soul, this whole build-up feels more like a cinematic showdown. It's legacy versus legacy, fame versus fight, the purest puncher of his era against the loudest voice of this generation. No matter what happens in the ring, one thing is clear. Jake Paul might bring the chaos, but Tank Davis is the consequence. Now I want to hear from you. Is this fight saving boxing or selling it out? Drop your thoughts below and let's debate like the boxing family we are. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. The Real fight begins in the comments. See you in the next one.